Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Deltray. We are back with some more Fire Emblem 12 Lunatic Reverse. On the last part, we charged straight on through the flame barrel. Essentially a giant volcano that is somehow located in the middle of a desert. Apparently that's geographically possible. I guess I'm showing my ignorance. But today, there's just no way, because now we're going to the ice level, which followed the fire level, which followed the desert level. Come on now, what the hell is up with Arcanian geography? I just don't understand. Apparently I did miss the scene where Zane actually joins our group, but because of the event recap feature, we should be able to go view that. Let's do that right now. Let's start with that, I think. Right here, I think. So this would have happened at the end of Chapter 11, Anri's Way. I don't know how I missed this. I couldn't begin to tell you. Maybe I was pressing a button too quickly, but apparently I skipped over this scene entirely. So just to give context to where Zane came from, I don't know, man, he's pretty funny. He could just pop up out of nowhere, and I think that would be pretty in character for him, but alas. Anyways, sorry, the army has arrived at the tower. How should we proceed?
Marmar, it's been ages. It's me, Tiki. I've wanted to see you for so long.
Huh? Tiki, you came to welcome us. Oh, good. We could use a Dragon Girl. Yeah, I didn't mention this, but Tiki's actually with us now. I probably should have brought that up.
Oh, I see. You've been living with Lord Gato, haven't you?
Sorry, do you know this little girl?
Yes, this is Tiki, a companion of ours during the last war. Tiki was a great boon to our cause. She mowed down legions of enemy dragons with her tremendous power.
I like how the game just acknowledges that she's only a dragon slayer. What? This little girl did that? He must be new to Fire Emblem.
But you've certainly grown since last time.
Wait till awakening, man. I'm glad to see you're well.
Yeah, but I was so lonely, because you never came to see me. I'm sorry, but I could never forget about you. I had intended to invite you back to Altea once things had calmed down. Marmar, I love you.
What?
Just kidding. Gotcha, man.
Oh, Zane, piss off, man. What the? A crossdresser? Of course.
Oopsie daisy, took you by surprise, didn't I? Particularly you over there, new guy. Who the hell are you? I'm Zane, a friend of Mars, transforming into other people's a special ability of mine. Hey, Princey, my Tiki impression was pretty good, wasn't it? Pretty darn tootin', he says even, wasn't it? Did I produce some comic relief? Well, let's get going. You want to see Lord Gato, right?
Zane, what the hell is this? How do you know Lord Gato? Just who are you?
Well, let me see. I don't really think that matters right now, so quit gaping and follow me.
And that's how Zane makes his entrance. Good God, this guy. In theory, we could even go back and do some of the supports I missed, but I don't really want to do that unless we actually build up the next level of support. For example, I think I missed the Serious Level 2 support, but I don't really feel like that's needed unless we get to the Serious Level 3 support, you know what I mean? Because some of the other supports were like characters that aren't relevant really because of how's everyone and whatnot. Other than that, I think we're going to hop on into Chapter 13 today, Frozen Land. As always, if you are enjoying the series, please do remember to leave a like rating. Helps me out tremendously, and let's just jump into it, eh? Spoiler alert, more dragons! Frozen Land, the Ice Dragon Shrine. All these dragons. This was truly a journey beyond all imagination. 5,000 meters, no, perhaps even higher than that. The clouds already below them, they ascend the frozen mountain. Suffocation, no breathing, vertigo. They were already approaching the limits of their strengths. Short, sweet, and to the point. I appreciate that. Well, Deltray, is everyone making good use of the drill grounds? Of course, if you win often, you'll be that much stronger. Deltray, you? You. It seems like you haven't won much yet. Oh, finally! Finally he calls me out for my bullshit. No, I don't need the drill grounds, Jake, and I'm actually just a beast on the battlefield. Are you purposely avoiding the drill grounds, you slacker? Sorry, I don't really have the money, so... Deltray comes from the land of Thracia, you see. Well, it's fine if you're struggling now, or if you're not struggling now. But when things get tough, that experience will be the clincher. Just remember, if you ever feel that your foes are too strong, there's a place where you can hone your skills. Good advice, but I feel like Marth is the one who wants that more than anything. How's everyone? That's all for today's training. It seems old habits die hard even after leaving the army. 25 points for Sirius, hell yeah. Why did I say it like that? Like I'm Dumbledore or something. 25 points for Gryffindor. Alright, time to start training. Even without my ballista, I'll work hard for Anna. Yeah, you do you, Jake. This guy. Yeah. Whatever, man. Yeah, what's this? Maybe I can use this as a training tool. Another Immortalite. Good find.
Oh my, this is what exactly?
Bar stacks? He might need that. Just kidding, he's benched. Okay, so actually I don't really think that this map is all that bad. I really don't, especially compared to the Flame Barrel. This one is certainly a lot easier than the last map, in my opinion. I don't really remember quite as bullshit reinforcements on this level, and somebody in the previous part had asked me how I felt about same turn reinforcements and whatnot. I really think that it depends on how they are handled. I think that... I know that's not maybe the most descriptive thing in the world, so let me give you an example. So far in this game, I think that they have done a very good job of indicating when and where reinforcements are going to come from. So despite the fact that they appear on the same turn, despite the fact that they can get an action off on the same turn that they appear, I don't necessarily feel like they are unfair because you are warned well in advance of the fact that enemies are going to be coming from the forts, for example, or enemies may be coming from behind, for example. And if they're handled in such a way, I don't necessarily mind when there are same turn reinforcements. What gets on me is when it's totally unexpected and totally excessive. The ones we saw on the last map would be a very good example of bullshit same turn reinforcements. Don't get me wrong. I think that's fun. From a lunatic standpoint, I think that's fun in a sense. On that map anyways, where it's very short and painless. Maybe not so fun 10 turns into a really long chapter or something of that nature, you know. So I do understand both sides of the argument. I do understand where they can be frustrating. Again, though, as an example of the last map, I feel like that made for a funny moment, I guess. If you're somebody who can laugh those kind of things off, I imagine that you probably aren't bothered by same turn reinforcements quite as much. But from a design standpoint, I feel like there should be some kind of indication or some way to tell. Now, that said, the game does a very good job up until this point, and I'm using specifically Fire Emblem 12 as an example now. The game does a very good job up until this point of sort of training you to realize that forts can be very, very dangerous. They make no effort to hide the fact that reinforcements tend to spawn from those locations. So that in mind, I think that most players, as they play through the game, will tend to be more cautious as they're approaching forts. For example, there are forts on this map, and I haven't looked it up just yet, but I would almost be willing to bet that there are some kind of reinforcements at like this fort, maybe some over at this fort. I know there's a guy that starts on this fort right here, but maybe reinforcements there as well. And the other place where reinforcements don't really make a huge impact for me personally would be like the corners of the map, right? The corners of the map, up here, down here, down here, down here, you know, stuff like that, where it's not necessarily going to throw them right into the middle of the action, but when you're approaching these areas, you can, as an experienced player, sort of have it in the back of your mind that maybe, just maybe, reinforcements could be a problem, so I don't necessarily want to have my weaker units hug the walls. And this game doesn't really do that so much. That's more of a Fire Emblem 6 sort of thing where that kind of mentality could save you. But I don't think that same turn reinforcements are necessarily bad. And I think that most of the ones that were in this game so far have been used to good effect. I mean, I guess, again, even arguably the last ones, depending on your perspective of good effect. If my pain is to good effect to you, then I suppose those are good as well. One thing that I wouldn't mind, though, if they wanted to toy with the same turn reinforcements idea again, is maybe, like, have the tiles glow a color. Like, have them glow red or something like that. Like, for example, say it's turn 5 and reinforcements are about to spawn from this fort. They can be same turn reinforcements, but let's say it now glows red the turn before they spawn. So now I have some kind of visual cue to understand that, okay, here's where it's gonna get real, you know what I mean? Here's where a problem could occur, so if I don't have a good way to deal with whatever may come out of this fort, then I could have to pay the price. Does that make sense? I feel like that would be a more fair way to do it, but I also think that same turn reinforcements can be challenging in a way that more telegraphed reinforcements cannot be. At least in my opinion, but that would be overall my take on it. I thought that was an interesting question and probably something worth talking about in an actual video. Now, the actual map, we have ice dragons, and ice dragons, more ice dragons, all the dragons. These guys are, how should I put it? So if wyverns are the really fast, kind of scary for your squishy units one, the fire dragons are the really tanky, really strong ones.
The ice dragons would then be the really bad ones, because there's nothing outstanding about these guys at all. They're not particularly fast. They have high skills, so in theory, their critical rates could get out of hand. And I guess that was the intention in the original game. Speaking of which, you guys, of course, corrected me because I'm an idiot. Dragons did actually have 1 to 2 range in the original Fire Emblem 3 as well. I don't know how I forgot that, but how could I forget, right? The demon dragons. The demon dragons, of course. They were like the only hard part about that game. And also, not only that, but originally in Fire Emblem 3, wyverns had piercing damage, and I do believe that all dragons had piercing damage. But to make up for that, their stats weren't particularly great. Also, you might have noticed over here, Beck, he's another recruitable character that we can snag up on this map with young Marth. He's now a horseman. Originally, he is another ballistician, the counterpart to Jake. Again, there are no player ballisticians in this game. Apparently, they do make a return as enemy classes. I don't remember when exactly, though, I'll be honest. But I thought that was worth pointing out as well. So we have poleaxes, ice breath, forged 11-sword thieves. By the way, thieves do not have a 20 speed cap, just in case you thought they did. No, you're wrong, they don't. I do kind of like these guys over here for flavor, though. I mean, this could just be a sword master, you feel me? But instead it's a thief just to make it a little bit more different, and I can respect that. I guess these wyverns are supposed to make it hard to get to the throne or something, but I don't really think that they do. Now, weirdly enough, it seems like there are not actually any enemy changes here on this difficulty mode. Inventories and whatnot are obviously still mixed up. You didn't think we'd suddenly be going back to steals or any of that baby crap now, did you? No. The only actual lunatic enemy number change, I guess, would be through the reinforcements. And I don't really want to look up when, how, or where to trigger those. We're just going to see what happens. Also, there is a secret shop on this map right here where you can buy killer weapons, the shaver, as well as physics staves. Once again, 3 of each. And I definitely want to grab up some physics staves if I can, without a doubt. We have all these talks, though. I should probably go back and do Sirius and Deltrade 2 then, at some point. But, talk to me, Jake, and tell me more about this Anri's Way story.
Thanks to the heroic people of Altea who stood up to protect the princess, the people of Arcania came to know she was alive and resumed their battles against Dalair. Their liberation army was led by Duke Kartas, who fought with the royal shield given to him by Artemis. And thanks to their efforts, the tides of battle turned to their favor. However, the king of the Earth Dragon, Medius, finally decided to make his move. Medius? That is what I said, dumbass. Before his overwhelming might, it seemed like Altea's resistance wouldn't last any longer. But then, a sage appeared before them. He spoke of a divine sword enshrined in the Ice Shrine to the distant north. With that blade, it would be possible to fell Medius, but the way to obtain it would by no means be easy. And that would be Anri's Way, the way we're going through right now. Just as I said. Alright, Cursed Edge, Chapter 13. We passed by the Desert of Death and the Fire Dragon's graveyard. The last of Anri's Way leads to the Ice Dragon Shrine. If we obtain the Light Sphere from Lord Gato, we'll be able to combat the Dark Sphere that controls Hardin. And then we might just be able to reclaim Altea and save Hardin. Thank you for the summary. Oh, Marth and Deltrade 3. Yeah, let's do it, bud. So, just for anybody curious as to what these actual supports do, for rank C you get 5 hit, 5 avoid. For rank B you get 10 hit, 10 avoid. And then for rank A you get 10 hit, 10 avoid, 5 crit, and 5 crit evade. Just for anybody who is maybe wondering what these actually do. And of course they do work like they do in standard Fire Emblem games as well. As long as you're within 3 tiles of the supported unit, you do get the bonus. And I believe that these are all two-way. Well, take that last part with a grain of salt. I'm not sure if they're all two-way supports, but the bonuses are correct. I can tell you that. Deltray. Why do you devote yourself to me so strongly? Well, I didn't really have anything else to do, sire. I speak not of that. I know it's your duty. I want to know more about you. About me, sire? How long have you wanted to become a knight of Altea? For as long as I can remember, sire. My grandfather has always wanted me to become a knight. I love my grandfather, so I endeavored to live up to his expectations. That's why I volunteered. I see, so it was your grandfather then. However, that's not the only reason. Not anymore. I found another reason once I came to Altea Castle and met you, sire. When you met me? Yes. I fought alongside you thus far. Once I came to know you, I knew I wanted to fight for you.
Deltre. Sire, I devote myself to you for your sake, not mine. I'm truly happy that you are my liege. Thank you. Hearing you say that makes me happier than anything. I'm not a strong man. God forbid you, yeah. He is only level 15, guys. He'll get there eventually. However, if you're here for me, then I know we'll be victorious. Sire. Deltre, let's end this war alive. Both of us, no matter what. We kind of have to, sire. If I died, it's literally a game over. Huh, that's a good point. And we get the strength bond. Cool, cool. So, was it just me, or is the Avatar about to swoop in and marry Marth? Move over, Princess Sheeta. Alright, last we left off with this Sirius kicked our ass. Sir Sirius. Ha, Sir Deltre, was it? I was most rude to you the other day. Please forgive me. I can see from the way you fight that you are a true knight. No, the fault is not yours. Please raise your head. I deliberately provoked the fight so that I could test you. It is I who was at fault. I wish to ask for your forgiveness. What? Sir Sirius, what are you? Your actions the other day were virtuous and befitting of a knight. I know a man who brought forth great tragedy because he was unable to do the same. Sir Sirius? Sir Deltre, I'll answer the question you asked me the other day. My true name is... Ha! Just kidding. Yeah, that's right, the Avatar's gonna block you. No, Sir Sirius, do not concern yourself. I'm sure I'd be better off not knowing your true identity, right? Ha! I've come to understand you thanks to that encounter. Indeed, there is no way someone Prince Marth accepted could be an evil man. Sir Deltre. Sir Sirius, I'm counting on you from now on. I am in your debt. By the way, nice mask. And that's that. So now we can jump back to the present. Sirius and Deltre 3. Sir Sirius. Oh, now we have the happy light music, so this one must be like comic relief. That kind of is weird, actually. Sirius seems like a... well, the joke is too easy. Never mind. Sir Deltre. It looks like you're maintaining your weapons. That's right. My weapon once broke during a mission. Since then, I've been ever vigilant. Oh, so even someone as skilled as you made a simple error like that once? Was it some kind of special mission? Yes. I had an escort mission, or I had to. Yeah, I had an escort mission. I hate those. Yes, I had to escort someone, or rather, help her escape into exile. I had to protect a lone bishop, together with a few other soldiers. You can read all about it in B.S. Arcania Saga number 3, as we crossed a bandit-filled mountain. That was the plan. That sounds quite difficult. Yes, the main problem was that there were simply too many enemies. If my mighty lance were to break, it'd be all over. I see, that's true. Well, that's one reason. But there's another reason that I need to take care of my weapon. And what would that be? I can't risk a surprise attack from a knight overzealous in his devotion to his liege, you idiot! Yeah, sorry about that. It's a bad habit. Ha ha ha, how rude of me. Wait, there's someone here. Sir Deltre, behind you! What? Look out! Ah! Did he just save me? It seems like the assailant has fled. I'm in your debt. If you hadn't helped me, I'd be... Ah, Sir Sirius, your mask! Oh, so you can see him without the mask. I want you to forget what you just saw. Tell no one. You're a dead man, Deltre. We'll be even then. I understand. I wonder what he saw. Maybe he's just secretly got freaky alien eyes, like they're glowing red and shit, like he's some kind of demon. Well, that was nice. The game really doesn't... the game doesn't really make too much of an effort to... Well, it does. It does make an effort to hide who he is, but come on, we all know by this point, right? I'm sure we do, like... I mean, I'm not gonna say it for anybody who's maybe inexperienced with the series. Or I shouldn't even say inexperienced, right? This has nothing to do with the experience. It has more to do with this game has been out forever, so of course everybody knows the twist with that guy. But if you don't know the twist, I don't want to be the one, you know, I don't want to be that guy, you feel me? But still, that was a nice little support. I can appreciate it. I can certainly appreciate it. Now, these ones are going to be a little bit more interesting for me because I have no idea what could happen here. I didn't really come up with a good voice for Dice. I didn't think I was going to be using him.
Alright, let's see. Heads. Is he gambling? Or dice? Oh, you're, if I remember, Deltre, was it?
Yeah, what are you doing with that coin?
Oh, this? This is a coin used for gambling. It was made specially so it'll land on heads more often. You cheater! Wow, look at this. Well, ain't this perfect? Hey, Deltre, wanna try your luck?
No, man, you just told me it was rigged. You got me intrigued, because I'm an idiot apparently. I'll try it once and only once.
Ooh, confidence, I like that. Alright, here we go. So, what's your bet?
Yep, and there it is. Let's see, I'll go with tails.
Oh, that makes me heads.
How dumb is this guy?
Let's see. Damn, heads.
What are the chances?
I literally just told you that this coin was rigged.
Yeah, I know, but...
Didn't I tell you? This coin lands on heads more often.
Indeed. Well, it seems like I have no talent for gambling. If you'll excuse me, I'll take my leave.
Well, hang on, you're quitting already? Let's play again, come on.
I'm sure I told you I would only try it once. Wow. Ridiculous. Maris and Deltre, I need something better than that. Ah, Miss Maris. You are... Deltre. Yeah, the guy I was milling around Prince Marth, right? What? You saying I'm wrong?
No.
Well, whatever. So, what do you want from me? I saw you fighting during the previous battle. It was a style I had never seen before. Self-taught? It seemed like you were tanking with your face in love. Shut up! Yeah. It looked way too elegant for something something martial. Marital? I'm sorry, that's not till support level 3. What'd you say? Why did you draw your weapon? Well, it was just your first offense. I'll forgive you. You know about my pops, right? Yeah, I heard he loves gambling. Damn old geezer. No matter how much gold we have at home, he uses it up in the blink of an eye. That's why I learned this fencing, for show. I see. Oh, right. Want to see it? Oh, of course. Please do show me. Huh? What's with that open hand? Gold. Ha! Who said I'd show you for free? I like you, Maris. I like you, Maris, a lot. Also, it's kind of funny that apparently the joke with her recruitment is that she's really, really terrible with money. Because if you go back and look at that video, you'll notice that they only actually asked for like 600 gold for an entire war, which is ridiculous when you think about it. I thought the joke was that it was like a formality, right? Like they were asking for a favor. Or excuse me, like they were repaying a favor so their price was cheap. But no, they actually think that 600 gold is like a reasonable price to be paid for an entire war. And I think that's pretty funny. Alright, Dice and Maris number 1. This one could be kind of interesting, I guess. Get more characterization on these guys. I have no idea what these two are even really about. Like I said, I've never used these guys. Here you go, Pops.
Oh, Maris. There you are, my daughter. That's my daughter for you. Alrighty, time to hit him up.
Wait, hit him up? Are we going on a hit mission here? Oh, good grief. You better win. You better, or else.
Of course. Maris, if there's anything you might want, do tell your pops. I do my best if I know what I'm fighting for.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well then, I'm going for a match.
Oh, is he like arena fighting, I guess? Already?
Yeah. I just thought of a new game plan, you know? I mentioned to test it out.
What now?
See ya. You better look forward to it.
God damn it, Pops. Seriously, you better not lose again. I've already had to reset 3 times for you, you know.
Not really. I actually don't know if Dice has died yet, actually. He's definitely got some terrible level ups, though. That really needs to stop, I have to say. And there's one more thing we have to talk about before we actually start the map. God damn, there's so much to do. These 3 dudes who joined us at the end of the last map. Yeah, these 3 dudes who joined us at the end of the last map. So we have Robert, Belp, and Layden. Of the 3, Layden is definitely the best. I don't know why I used this guy as an example in a previous part. He's actually not that terrible, but we're going to start with Robert. A pre-promoted horseman. I suppose on lower difficulties he's probably not too bad because he has a plethora of reclassing options. And if I could take this moment now to go even further off track, I really feel like the reclassing system and sort of the things that we're seeing on this playthrough really drive home the point that the reclassing option is not strictly for good units to make them better. Okay. Because that's something that I see a lot. It's a very common, I would almost call it a misconception at this point, because I know to an extent the reclassing system is somewhat subjective, at least in terms of things like characterization and whatnot. But from a gameplay standpoint, it's almost strictly a good thing, especially for units who are bad. Like, for example, what would I be doing with Dice and Maris right now if not reclassing them, you know what I mean? How good would they actually be if Maris couldn't become a sniper? How good would they be if Dice couldn't take his good axe rank and then become a more useful class? You know what I'm saying? So I thought that would be a pretty good time to bring that up. And Robert himself can take advantage of the promoted class trees immediately, seeing as to how he joined as a horseman. C in bows, D in swords, not the worst weapon ranks in the world. I do appreciate when characters join with elevated weapon ranks. It helps make them more useful in more varied classes, I would say. As for growth rates, he has 80% HP, 60 strength, no magic, 65 skill, 65 speed, 50 luck, 20 defense, and 5 res. His growth rates aren't terrible, but unfortunately his base stats are just not cutting it. He comes with 2 guys who honestly just outdo him base stat wise, which is pretty strange when you think about it, but it is unfortunately for him the truth. Again, on lower difficulties, probably not too terrible. Probably not too terrible. The next member that we have up here of the Sable Order, if these guys opened up a horse care service in Grust, would it be the Stable Order? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Anyway, we have Belf. His growth rates are as follows. He has 80% HP, 55 strength, no magic, 55 skill, 40 speed, 40 luck, 25 defense, and 0 resistance. So he's sort of the strength counterpower to Layden's speed. But unfortunately on a difficulty like this, I definitely feel that speed would be the more key factor. Layden doesn't have terrible strength growth by any means. We're going to get to him in a second here. But with Layden, it would be a lot easier to fix him up with an energy drop than it would be to invest 2 speed wings to catch Belf up to where Layden starts out as. Again, on lower difficulties, these guys can basically be instantly promoted and have some pretty decent utility, I would imagine, for that and that alone. On the other hand, you've already got plenty of pre-promoted characters who can sort of fulfill the same roles that these guys bring to the table. Not unusable by any stretch of the imagination, but I won't be using Belf either. And last and most certainly not least, we have Layden. As for growth rates, he has 70% HP, 50 strength, no magic, 65 skill, 50 speed, 40 luck, 20 defense, and 5 res. So of the 3, he's most certainly in the best spot. That 15 speed is not great. But his stat distribution sort of just makes him discount Luke, in my opinion. More or less. You can even see. Where is Luke? Yeah, he's basically discount Luke. Less defense, less strength, but he actually has the same speed and better weapon ranks, debatedly. So he's got that going for him. More HP as well, I believe. 28 versus what? Versus 34. So yeah, he's, in a sense, he's even bulkier in some regards. But he probably does want an energy drop. Other than that, he's not too bad. Yeah, other than that, he's really not too bad. Now, of course, if I was using Luke more liberally, he would be a higher level. His stats would be no longer comparable to Layden here. But he's not in the worst spot. Even on a difficulty mode like this, I don't think you would have too much trouble integrating him into your team if you had taken a few moments to plan for his arrival, that is. Other than that, I really don't think there's too much to add about these guys. The Sable Order, not the worst units, but not the best units either. Hey, look at that. Maris actually doesn't do too bad here. I just sold off a bunch of crap that I didn't really feel as though I need. Goodbye. Really nice one there, Maris. Yeah, I just sold off a bunch of crap that I don't feel like I need, though. She's so close to another level up here. Strength, luck. Good enough. Good enough. All I can really ask for on her is strength anyways, so like... Yeah, I think it's about that time, though. You already know this was coming. I cannot have these unpromoted scrubs running around. We gotta get down to it. So, Lightning, take us away for Swordmaster Maris. And she's actually gonna have a pretty decent B rank in swords here. That's very usable, I would say. And yeah, Swordmasters have a whopping 8 movement in this game, which is pretty gosh darn great. That's as much as Paladins have in the GBA game, so there's always that. Her stats aren't terrible. They're not terrible. They're not great. They could definitely be a lot better, but they're not terrible, and that's all that really matters to me. 22 speed is still a little bit on the low side for a Swordmaster at this point, I would say. But then again, that is compared to some of my God Squad here, so maybe I shouldn't judge too much. Not a bad unit, though. She could definitely be usable here, especially to take out some of these Ice Dragons with the Wyrm Slayer. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Alright, I think we can give this a try. I accidentally ended the recording there. Whoa. I don't really see this being worse than the last map, but who really knows, man? It's Lunatic Reverse. I don't even know what to expect, man. Are we there yet, Zane? We've climbed so high already. It's freezing and it's becoming increasingly difficult to breathe.
Just hanging a little longer, Princey. Look, you can see it, right? That's the Ice Dragon Shrine over there. Rigato's waiting for you.
You know, I must admit, I was shocked when you told me that Tiki was the daughter of the Divine Dragon King. And that you and Gato were both Divine Dragons.
What, he just reveals that off screen? Oh yeah, no big deal or anything. But you see, after the war, I'm dumb, he said that last time, hello. Gato and I threw away our dragon stones, so I could never go back to being a dragon again. Sure, Gato still stands by Naga's command and watches out for humans. But that ain't my thing. You see, I don't like humans. I've got nothing but contempt for those who treated the defenseless Manichees like insects. So I can understand why Medius despised you humans so. Medius, an Earth Dragon Prince, was the only one of his tribe who became a Manichee. And as ordered by Naga, he guarded the dragon's altar. But the once peaceful human race, drunk with power, began to rule with tyranny. They oppressed the dragons who had done nothing wrong. Furious at their betrayal by humans, the Manichees gathered in Dollar, and they created a nation for their people. Then they fought to conquer humanity. To save the humans, Gato gave them the divine sword Falchion. He established an academy in Contain and began to teach magic. Me? I was just an onlooker. Winner or loser, it was no concern to me.
Yeah, why would it be, right? He's a dragon either way.
But then why help me? I too am human. You're different, and you seem kinda flaky. I can't exactly leave you alone.
Thanks, I think.
Aye, oh look at me, I'm blushing. Anyway, let's head to the shrine, but watch out for the ice dragons. Even though they've lost their mind, they still protect their shrine instinctively. The poor creatures.
So interestingly enough, in the original game, fire dragons are weak to any and all fire spells, so that's like elf fires and whatnot, Bolganon, that sort of thing. They removed that weakness in this game. I'm not entirely sure why, but I guess it would probably be too easy, especially considering they have 1 to 2 range and mages can combat them pretty effectively if they were still weak to fire. Similarly, the fire dragons on the previous map were originally weak to the blizzard spell, but that is not the case in this game. I almost feel like they could have kept that one, to be honest, because blizzard's really bad now. It's like totally outclassed. There's really no reason to have it. Now, with the way that we have Palace set up here, she can actually take on all 3 of these guys right up here to the north. I gave her the potion, and she has some res boost and crap, and she'll survive on 1. She'll survive with exactly 1 HP. Marth, we want to move him like right here so that we can get into support range for the Avatar, as he's going to run up and attempt to clown this brigand right here. Yeah, let's try to make that happen. And we get a crit. Get out of here. Berserker, pretty good class. It does have a little bit of innate crit into it and has very good caps as well, so I want to try and make use of those and see if we can't capitalize on our stupidly high growth rates and whatnot. I think I actually have the animations off. Yeah, I do. I'm a little bit shorter on time today. I do apologize. So I do want to be able to get this out on time and whatnot. Besides, we've seen these a million times, and first of all, really good level up series. He's fixing up his problem areas for sure. But not only that, this map theme is really kick-ass anyway, so I don't think that anybody's going to complain for having to hear it for a little bit more, you know what I mean? I can listen to this crap all day. And this map theme actually is in Fire Emblem 3, but it's so different here. It's so different here. You'd be hard-pressed to recognize it at first if you're not listening really, really closely. I won't lie. But this is how you do a remix, in my opinion, right? Take the original, bring it into the next generation. Another level up for Katria. Why? Why is it all of a sudden I'm confusing the two? She actually gets res. That might come into play if she wants to keep getting res, but other than that, that was kind of just a standard Katria level up as far as I'm concerned. We have Dice remaining. And I also moved, I moved Maris in first so I can get this hit bonus. Dice is really shaky when it comes to his accuracy, which I guess makes sense, right? He's a gambling addict. But that just makes me really, oh. Yeah, stuff like that makes me really wary about using this guy, I can't lie. So now I have to use this physic here to snag Maris, or to heal up Maris. But that's fine, you know, I'm going to be getting more physics on this map anyways. I had more than enough stuff sold off screen to make up for any of that crap. I can move Sheeta in. I'm actually just going to move her right here since Palace should take out that Barbarian. It doesn't really matter where he moves. But I need these two on standby because some of those ice dragons, I believe, will start coming for me. I imagine that they might, and I kind of want her to play the middle a little bit, just so that she can take some of those guys out as need be. Oh, we get a dodge anyways. So she's totally safe regardless. But she would have survived on 1 HP. As you can see right there, both of those guys had 26 attack, dealing 13 damage to her a pop. So she was good no matter what. And I don't believe that thieves on this map are aggressive, or on most maps for that matter. Generally speaking, they will go for treasure first and foremost, so that's why I wasn't worried about Katria being so low. I guess we're gonna see if that's the case on this map, but I imagine that it probably is. And here come 2 ice dragons. We can take those guys out easily with Sirius and with Sheeta. Sheeta and Sirius. God damn, I'll get there. I'll get it right eventually. We're gonna do just that right now, especially considering that Barbarian got dunked on by Pella there. I actually lose almost nothing from this. That other guy has 11 sword. Maybe he is aggressive. That could be a little bit of an issue. Yeah, that could definitely be an issue. Maris can kill this guy. Yeah, I gave her the 11 sword for just such an occasion, which will mean that I can actually heal Katria with what's her face? With Militia. Maybe I'd remember your name if you would get more magic. But with 20 defense, she should easily be able to survive a hit from both of these wyverns, which I want to do so that I can chip them down, which will put them in range for Maris and Dice respectively. I just have to think about how I'm doing this pretty carefully because I want to make sure that I can actually get into their range, but I also would like to kill this guy. And if possible, I would like to stop this thief. Maybe it's actually better for me to not stop the thief thinking about it because he'll open the treasure chest for me. Right? So, I don't think I'm in as big of a rush as I maybe made it sound. With Maris, though, we can actually take this guy out with relatively little issue. And one cool thing about Swordmasters in this game is they actually get an innate 10% avoid boost. It's not really that much, but it's something. It's something. It's the closest you'll see to dodge tanking in this game, I'll tell you that much. So we can use this Immortal Axe here. Again, such a lucky find. If I didn't get this, I could always use a Vulnerary for a backup here. I just essentially needed to be able to take one hit from these wyverns as they come. And I can't really move all the way in with Katria, unfortunately. I do want her a little bit closer. Maybe to the point where I can heal her up or something like that. Yeah, maybe to the point where I can heal her up or something like that. So I'll throw her like right here. Because if I attack the thief, right, they're going to be out of range of Maris, I think. Oh, no, they won't. So I could kill the thief. And I think I actually should. I'm not sure if they're going to drop their items. I don't think that they actually do in this game. If they do, then that was a mistake. I'll tell you that. But I really don't want them to suddenly become aggressive or anything like that either, so in that sense, I think it's probably much safer to play it the way that I am. Now with Sheeta, we can just have her finish this guy off, no problem. And I actually think that Pella and Marth can gang up for a kill on that other thief, which is what we want to do. Now, I'm intentionally sending Militia over to the right-hand side because she does have the rescue staff, and I believe that it'll be quicker to send, I believe that it would be faster to have Marth rescued over here and, like, cross the river and crap. I'm not entirely sure, but I do need to get Beck, of course, obviously. And we want to send him to the left anyway so that Beck can take the members card. I was kind of sketch about these wyverns. I didn't actually expect them to move, but it's good that they did. Yeah, it's actually beneficial to me that they did move. Now, Pella should easily be able to still take a hit from here, as she can, with ease. And Marth, although he can very easily die to this guy, the fact that I should easily be able to connect here, yeah, I have 100% guaranteed if I use the rapier, so we're going to do that. Pella can go in. Marth can get the finisher. Well, Pella maybe. Damn it, Pella! This is the problem with training Marth. The rest of my dudes are just way too good. Well... Is it because I called you a dude, Pella? I'm sorry. Damn. With the avatar, though, he's actually so beefy that I can afford to draw all 3 of these dragons now. Of course, I will be needing to do some major healing here on the next turn, I think. But it shouldn't be too big of an issue, and I'm not in range of Beck just yet. The wyverns outpaced him by a fair amount. If I do that, can I dance with Fina? Oh, I totally can. So we can actually bring Pella all the way back if we want. I would have originally been sparing one of those for Marth, but there's actually no need, seeing as to how Pella is so goddamn greedy. So we can bring Marth in as well. Maybe we can even get him a kill here on one of the wyverns. I don't think that the avatar should be one-shotting them. Yeah, I can't foresee that being the case. And Pella is now officially back. Some really good staff experience for ye ol'... What's her name? Linda. Yeah, Linda. Now those ice dragons... They're a little bit problematic. Ever so slightly. But we have more than enough firepower in this area. And considering we dodged, I'm actually even less worried than I would have been. So, Catria easily puts these guys in range for Maris to come through. And of course, Dice as well, easily capable of destroying these guys without too much of a fight. And what's really interesting is that there's actually only 12 enemies remaining. Yeah, that's something that's really noteworthy about this game, I feel. We only even started with a grand total of 27 enemies, guys. There's really not a whole lot. And I think that there's something to be said for that. I really do. I believe I've said that before, but I definitely think it's worth pointing out. Actually, yeah, there's no reason to not use the Master Sword here, honestly. Yeah, there's no reason to risk a miss, I feel. Come on, Maris, do better than your dad. That was better. That was definitely better. He only got speed after all. And as long as we can keep these two close, it kind of patches up some of their weaknesses here, most notably for Dice, who really appreciates the extra hit. He really appreciates the extra hit, I feel. I can honestly save up right now if I want to, and I very well may want to. Oh, this last ice dragon, you know, Sirius and Catria can probably... Sirius and Sheeta, goddamn, one day, but not today. They can probably make pretty quick work of those guys, though, I should imagine. And if this is like on Maniac mode, and I don't know that it is, but I believe that on Maniac mode, these dragons don't actually move until you approach the throne room. I'm not sure about these dark mages. Maybe I can set up somebody to try and draw them in for me. There's gotta be somewhere where we can attack just this guy, right? I'm trying to draw him separately if I can. I guess we'll get to that when we get to that. Now, on this side, things are a little bit more interesting, huh? So which is the safer kill here? Wait, can I get two, maybe? Maybe. But then there's Beck to worry about, and he has either 13 magic damage. Oh, 14 magic damage. Gotta remember the weapon triangle bonus after all. So he's got 14 magic damage or 25 physical damage. So he's doing 14 to Marth, so Marth needs at least 15 HP when all is said and done. Those are both super risky. Well, obviously it's pretty free here to use Pala for a kill. She still wants experience after all. These dragons give such a large amount. Look at that. Absolutely ridiculous. And if Beck moves, like... I'm not sure if he does or not. We'll start by getting some kills from Marth. This could be 2 level ups, in fact, so that's really good for me. That's really good for Marth. Hit point, strength, skill, speed, luck, yes. Again, he has to have cap speed. I cannot stress that enough. It's not even a question. It's not something that you would like to do. It's not something that is optional. No, he needs it, otherwise you cannot win. You cannot win easily, I should say. There's always a way. I'm sure there's some crazy runner who can do this game on, like, no gross or some crap on Lunatic. That's not me, man. That's definitely not me. So we saved up with Catria. A little bit of a waste, but I want to play a little bit safe here. Marth does have a chance to miss, I do believe. Not a very good one, and especially not after that level up. Yeah, so that was probably a little bit wasteful, I suppose, but we can kill this guy off regardless for yet one more level up. So we're catching him up really nicely here, I feel. Oh, yeah. Get defense, though. Wait. Marth. Ah, well. See, I'm not sure if Beck moves. I'm really not. Oh, it actually doesn't matter at all. Yeah, I don't even have to wait for that. If Beck doesn't want to move, it's totally fine. So I can move in with the Avatar. Heal on up. These guys probably want to take a vulnerary. I'm not close enough? No, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. Wait. Honestly, if that's the only mistake I'm gonna make, I think I can call this pretty successful. We get the exact same level up, in fact. What I actually wanted to do was move closer so that I could heal up Sheeta as well as... what's his face? Sirius, yeah. I want to be able to heal up these guys as well and keep them close so that they can draw on the mages on the next turn. Sirius, in fact, can take the Immortal Axe, I think. Yeah, he can use that. He definitely can. So he's going to use the Immortal Axe because he has the Axe rank for it. I still want to take the Vulnerary. I do. And then Sheeta can use the Vulnerary. She doesn't have the Axe rank, unfortunately, and you do need to have the corresponding Axe rank even to use secondary effects. But that said, they're easily going to be able to take out these mages now. Pretty easily. So we move Marth here, and this should allow us to get back right here, right now. Which is good. We can even take the members card out of the convoy.
Ha, you're back. To think we'd meet here of all places.
Me too, Prince Marth. Boy, am I surprised to see you. It's been far too long. After the war, I was traveling the continent, and somehow, let me guess, you ended up at the end of Anri's way like the last 3 guys? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's like everybody can do it. Yeah, you landed up here. Well, thank goodness. There's no way you would have joined the barbarians. Beck, we're fighting another war. Why don't you come with us? I don't have my ballista anymore. Just my horse buddy right here. Wait, I kind of like this guy. But if you're fine with that, then sure, I'll help you, Princey. Why does everybody keep calling me that? Alright, so we're going to take the VIP card and hand that off over to Beck. Where's the... Oh, you have got to be joking me. You gotta be... I left it on Jake? I left the VIP card on Jake. No. No, these level ups were kind of decent. Oh! Of all the stupid things to do. I need those physics stabs. Oh, you can't be serious. And I can't even reload my save. I'll be right back. Oh, you gotta be. Of all the stupid... Okay, I actually think I'm gonna bust the last physic on Catria right now. And that's actually gonna let me get this guy, I think. Yeah. So if I do that instead, this is actually a little bit better. Not a whole lot better, but a little bit better nonetheless. And that should be yet one more kill for Dice. Like so. There we go. Now we can easily finish this guy off. And I'm not as worried about Catria right here because she's going to be sniping the boss. And especially when she's going to be getting level ups like that. It's like, why would I even consider worrying for her? You know what I mean? She's going to be a god no matter what, clearly. Clearly. So let's go ahead and get back once more, and then we can talk about him. Nice one, Fina. Alright, asshole. I say that like it's his fault that I'm an idiot. It's really not. And I like the fact that he's friends with his horse. That's just really funny to me. So there, take that. And right here, secret shop. And we have more than enough money, especially once I sell some of his crap if I need to. It looks like I don't, though. Because I'm apparently decent at math. So we're gonna buy all 3 of these. Honestly. Physics for everyone, baby. Alright. That's what was supposed to happen, by the way. And I can still sell his crap if I need to. He has a silver bow and 11 sword, both of which are worth quite a bit of money. Okay, so here we go. Now, Beck, much like Jake, he was better in the previous iteration of this game. As a ballistician in Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, he can do some really cool things, but here, unfortunately, he's been demoted into a horseman. I guess the idea being that he's still sort of an arrow user, right? But it's definitely not the same. It's certainly not. With those stats as well, the contributions that he can make at this point in the game are very, very limited. Shoot, the entire Sable Order, every single one of them, Robert included, all of them outstat him by a pretty fair amount, I would say. His weapon ranks, however, are quite good with B in bows and C in swords. I believe that would give him B and then some as a swordmaster, and then A rank as a sniper by default. So that's pretty cool. He can use the Parthia if you wanted to reclass him. So that's something that he has over other bow users right off the bat. Unfortunately, it doesn't get much better from there. His growth rates are solid, however, he only has 15 levels to grow. Now, speaking of growth rates, he has 80% HP, 50% strength, 5 magic, 55 skills, 65 speed, 30 luck, 35 defense, and no resistance. So again, on the whole, his growth rates are average to above average. Actually, I would say they're quite good on the whole. But with only 15 levels to grow in these base stats, there's really not a whole lot you can do. Unless you just really like Beck. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I just don't foresee myself using him at this stage in the game. Although I don't really have a horseman anymore now that we've ditched Drog for the real winners, like Dice. Let's go, buddy. Ooh, I actually need the forge, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I did that right. So we want to move. Wait, that can't be because Katria is on the bridge right now. What I wanted to do was block with Katria and Dice to prevent this guy from getting any closer. I might be able to do that, actually. If I move like this. No, this guy has just too much movement, I guess. The idea is that I would like to get Martha over here, basically. And if I'm going to do that, then I need to be moving as fast as I possibly can with Militia, you know what I mean? I can even move here with Maris, though, give her the Levin Sword. She can shift this guy a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's a reasonable enough plan. I can still get Martha over here. Actually, I should be able to teleport him right here, which is probably better. Yeah, because we're going to be assailing this fort here in a few moments. I'm pretty confident that these guys don't move, but I didn't hit the save point this time either. I can do it on the next turn. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a little bit of time regardless of how I go about this. So we can pretty comfortably move Sheeta there. And Sirius right here. And if they want to move, that's really not great. But I will be able to finish them off between those two Dracos and the Avatar as well. So ideally, I'm not looking too bad if they do decide to move. I actually want to move Linda here so she can snag a physic. Yeah, I definitely do. Oh, hey. And there's still this guy. I mean, if they're not going to move, I still want to kill them. I only need to kill this guy, and I made sure that Katria could do it. Katria can 100% take that guy out, assuming that I heal her up at some point. Well, Katria can also take these guys on. What I'm going to do, I think I might burn a Thief Staff here, honestly. I don't really want to spend time wasting Marth like that. I want to get his ass to the throne, basically. So where is... We don't need Nosferatu, or really anything on Linda at this point. So we want the Thief, and we want one of these physics. So if we heal back Dice like so, we can have him kill this dragon right now. And it's much safer if I have Marth go around this way because it's just going to take so much longer, and I don't believe that I will be able to get into this throne quite so easily from that angle. However, with this bridge, it's much simpler, essentially. So, unfortunately, I don't think that I can really have Maris do this. I mean, I could, but, whatever. Let's just have Maris do it. Let's just have Maris do it after all. I mean, why not? She really wants the experience a lot more. She didn't get a level up this time just yet. So here we go, Maris, hit points, skill looks so goddamn bad. How is it that all of my other units are just God among men? And yet Maris and Dice got so screwed. Did they not get the memo? This is not Shadow Dragon. You're supposed to have growth rates again. You're allowed to, I promise. I promise. You're like the only guys who don't, in fact. Alright, Marth, whatever, man. You get over there. And I might as well have any and all remaining Draco killers. Yeah, that was kind of a waste of a physics stab. I know. But I want to have any and all remaining Draco killers at the ready, more or less. Really no reason not to. Sirius can get one. Sheeta can get one. Dice can get one as well. And then Marth can come in, grab the throne. I really don't want to tribal with reinforcements or anything. Maybe... It's probably based on turn, though. I don't know. I have the Avatar down here to maybe block some forts, but I would rather get experience on Katria at this point. Beck is pretty much done here. So these two are basically done here, like as a whole. I don't really see what they're doing. There, get some experience, Fina. Have fun with that. Yeah, I really don't see what they're doing. I guess Pala can make her way to the save point, if nothing else. Because I could always miss the boss after all. He is on a throne. Oh, crap. I meant to do that. Obviously. Oh, these mages actually aren't going to move. Yeah, they're actually not. I guess really at this point we're only deciding, do we want to do this in one turn from now, or do we want to do this 2 turns from now? Because if I move Marth in such a way that I can seize on the next turn, Like, I can move him right here, for example. And since these guys still don't seem to be triggered, maybe I should move him like... Oh, I'll bet that's what it is. I'll bet that's what it is. No, I guess not, huh? I was gonna say maybe when you're in range of both ice dragons, then they start moving, but sometimes it's hard to tell, man. The squad AI is very tricky. But I'm guessing maybe... Oh, okay, how about this? What about when you get onto the island? What about that? I mean, obviously I could just look it up, but where's the fun in that? all I can really say is I remember they don't move quite so obviously. Man, Maris needs experience. Maris needs experience. This was still faster. This was still faster. Do I have chess keys? Or, like, chess keys don't exist, right? No, they don't. I didn't think so. I want that treasure, though. Yeah, I can't bring myself to use the thief staff for that. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. It feels wrong. So we can give this one to Sirius, Sheeta can get one. Yeah, Sheeta can get one. Dice can kill something for a level up. Katria can gimp the boss. That was a really good one, Sirius. We need more of those. He's coming along. He's definitely coming along. Sirius is such a good paladin, dude. One of the earliest good pre-promotes, I would say. Well, I shouldn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. One of the earliest pre-promotes that I can think of that has not only great bases, but great growth rates as well. Even in the original game, he was pretty kick-ass. Okay, so we want this one because it's the Spirit Dust. The other chests contain a Wyrm Pike and a Wyrm Slayer. I'm not sure which is which, but Dragon Slaying equipment, essentially. And unfortunately, I only got one kill for Marth on this map. He's going to have to do a little bit better on the next one, but considering how strong effective damage is, it shouldn't be too big of an issue overall, you know. Okay, now we're good. So I just wasted a billion turns there. Yeah, that could have been better. That definitely could have been better. But in theory, Katria could just murder this guy. Yep, destroyed. Not even close, baby. Not even close. And another Master Seal. Those are basically worthless at this point, I feel. Not really a whole lot of sense in holding on to that. Now, I could easily get this kill here. I may as well. I'm not really feeling too tight on Dragon Slaying crap. We'll still be able to get more later on as well. We still got the two Wyrm Slayers still on both good health. Honestly, I could route this entire area. The only one that really would gain anything would be like Sirius, I guess. Yeah, we'll call that. We'll call that good. I am a little bit hesitant to use the Wyrm Slayer though, just because I only have the two of them, but Maris really wants experience. She really does. You gotta get strength, Maris. Come on. Well, that was good at least. Yeah, that was pretty good. I can't complain too much. So here we go. Yeah, I mean, this is a level up. I take a million, but this is still a level up. Come on, Dice. Gotta get strength, gotta get speed. You have to. You have to. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry I doubted you, buddy. Yeah, he's definitely worth it. Now it's all worth it. Look at the Avatar almost one-shotting these losers. Yeah, definitely not worth the Devil Axe. Destroyed. How embarrassing. Hey, that's another level up. Cool. So Sheeta's the only one that missed out. Yeah, remember how he has really good growth rates? Maybe you forgot since he's had cap stats for so long. Aha! It's been so long since we've actually heard this music. There's usually enemies alive still. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Da 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 da. Seas. Da 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 da. Map clear. Cool, cool. So that one, yeah, definitely a step down in difficulty. The only way I lost that time was by defeating myself, by leaving the VIP card in the convoy. Or by leaving it on Jake, I mean. How embarrassing. And that was such a smooth run, too. Marth got 2 level ups, I had to waste one now. It is what it is. Not really a whole lot else to add about that. The most interesting thing about that map in the original game was taking advantage of super effective damage versus the ice dragons, but that's been removed from this version of the game, unfortunately, so that leaves them kind of lacking in a lot of ways. Very high skill though, so they do have a good chance of just gimping you, which is kind of annoying. I guess it's lucky that that never happened. You'll notice that a lot of those guys had 20 plus skill, like 25 even, so it's very noticeable that that's supposed to be their forte, I suppose. Anyways, let's wrap this up, eh? There's something that's been bothering me.
The 5 orbs are very important, correct? But Lord Gato never told us much about them. Do you know anything about them, Zane? Well, Gato kept his lips shut because he was afraid of giving you a heart attack. Tell you what, I'll tell you about him. But I have to warn you, it's a long story. Don't worry, people love long stories. The orbs are meant for the shield that binds the Earth Dragons. In other words, they were once embedded in the shield itself. The orbs have been handed down for generations among the divine dragons, and each contains a hidden power. The shield itself is but a pedestal for the 5 orbs to release their innate powers. If even one orb is missing, the seal's a goner. I see, but if that's the case, then why were the orbs separated? Because the shield broke. The binding shield that was enshrined in the Fane of Rahman was stolen. When exactly did this happen? 600 years ago, I reckon. Wow, it's been a minute. Gato scoured the land searching for the shield, hoping to get it back. He managed to retrieve the 5 orbs, but in the end he couldn't find the shield. Then, in the last war, the Fane of Rahman was looted and the orbs were scattered once more. I see, so the orbs that Lord Gato lost, he's searching for them again? Yep, I'm sure you know about the Star Sphere, Light Sphere, and Geosphere. But there's also the Dark Sphere and the Life Sphere. Gato's got the Light Sphere, but the Star Sphere's in pieces. And it sounds like Garnet gave the Dark Sphere to Harden. The Geosphere is in Altea, so all that remains is the Life Sphere. Anyway, let's go inside. I'll be helping you too. Finally, after the last 3 maps. Yeah, I probably would have been really helpful there, huh? Sorry about that, Princey. Now, come on. So yeah, Zane joins us now, which is great.
Sire, please wait. Deltre, you as well. I just received a distressing message.
Really, Jagan? Because we're about to put the Star Sphere back together.
No, sire, trust me on this. I just received a distressing message. People have been sighted not far behind us. There seems to be a battle underway.
Out here, could it be the barbarians? Or perhaps it's the assassins?
Have you noticed a pattern with the guidance yet?
Right, speaking of which, I don't know why I never remember this, but there is a requirement to unlock the guidance on this map. The requirements for which will be up on the screen right now. The alternative to unlocking this guidance is to kill all of the thieves on the previous map. It's a very, very, very easy task to do so. You'd be really hard-pressed to not unlock this one, I'll tell you that.
In any case, this area is almost entirely uninhabited, so it can't be any old people. To make matters worse, the snow is becoming heavier. Fighting will be difficult in this weather.
But if there are allies... Indeed, we cannot abandon them. If there are allies, that is. Then we'll just have to find out for ourselves before the battle is over. Let's go. And away we go, but not for today. That's gonna have to wait for next time. So, pretty easy map here. I do like that this game gives you more background information on the world and whatnot to make up for the fact that we're not necessarily progressing, right? We have our goal. Our goal is to meet with Lord Gato at the end of Anri's Way, and we've been progressing towards that at a pretty steady pace here for the last few maps. Maybe we can see more about that next time. But in the meantime, the game does at least make an attempt to give you other things to ponder about, fill in other bits of lore like the Anri saga and whatnot. So I do appreciate that from a storytelling standpoint. It keeps things interesting despite the fact that maybe the main storyline is kind of set in its path for the time being, you know what I mean? Gameplay wise, again, this map was not really all that challenging, I have to say. Or maybe I'm just kind of battle hardened by this point to Lunatic Reverse difficulty. Obviously I could have saved a little bit of time right there at the end if I wanted to burn the thief staff, but I'm not really like I'm not trying that hard, really. There could have been faster ways to do this one regardless, but the way that I did it, I felt like that was pretty safe, pretty reliable. Not really a whole lot that could go wrong there. Besides a few sketch attacks with dice, I guess, but something tells me that most people aren't using dice to God when they play through this on Lunatic Reverse, you feel me? Anyways, I think I've rambled enough, so thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like rating. Helps me out tremendously. Comment any of your thoughts below, and I will catch you guys next time. See you then. Peace.